Good morning. Behind me is the Bentley Continental GT Speed. Now, this is a bit of an oxymoron, right? Because Bentley is the equivalent of speed, poise, luxury, right? But as you know, a lot of brands, they have their performance variant, like the ultimate variant. So when you see speed on a Bentley, it is the equivalent of their high performance range. A bit like Aston Martin with an S at the back. Okay? Now, of course, Bentley being Bentley, even though this is like the speed variant, they're not going to slap a bunch of louvers and holes and all that, right? Because at the end of the day, this means you bought the highest end, the best of the pack. So this one makes 660 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. Now I know we're being desensitized by all these numbers and figures, especially with the arrival of EV cars and all that. But let me tell you, the way a W12 engine delivers its 660 horsepower is vastly different from the way a bi-turbo V8 does so. Alright, the V8 might be a little bit louder, but the W12 goes there in such smoothness and a wafting characteristic that is just amazing, right? A little bit over 3 seconds and you're there. Now we've seen the Bentley Continental many times, right? The beautiful crystallized headlamps, right? Now most of them have the chrome outer rings, whereas this particular one is in gloss black, and the grey color, which they call it Cambrian grey, is the highly popular color that was popularized by their sister company Audi, the Nardo grey. And this has become sort of like a trend now. Every luxury car brand must have a shade of this color because customers like it. Of course, I mean, it's up to each owner's taste, right? I'm sure the owner who bought this have had other Bentleys in other shades as well, right? This one, you don't see the amazing sparkles and all that, right? It looks like a very flat color until light gloss over it. So it is a very unique thing. You thought it's a matte color or flat color, but then it's actually metallic. Okay? Now the speed insignia over here. Okay, and then this lovely V12 badge over here. Check out how this V12 badge was created. It is actually the vents shaped in a way that forms this, and then they chrome it, right? What a beautiful execution. Very nice. These are shorted in Pirelli P0s, and these are 22-inch of colossal size. The disc brakes are massive as well. Huge. You want to see how big is the caliper? This is my palm. I can hold a basketball. I'm a 5'11" guy, and that's my baby palm next to the wheels. You can see how massive they are, right? Here's the VIN number if any of you wanted to go online and check out the detailed specs of these cars. You can use the VIN number. So there are no two-tone whatever. This car is just simple Cambrian grey and gloss black. And there's a carbon splitter down here. See that little Bentley logo? And the Bentley logo is inside the finishing of the carbon. Okay, come to the rear. You have this carbon ducktail spoiler as well, and of course this one also raises as speed. The one thing that everybody loves about this Continental GT are the tail lamps. Now, of course, I would have wished Bentley created a tail lamp mimicking that of the LC500 with those infinity reflections, but they did not. Now, the crystallized patterns that was used on the front headlamp, when it's used here, it isn't as remarkably shiny, but step away from it is very nice. Now the exhaust enclosure, which wraps around the double tip exhausts, mimics that of the tail lamp. Right, and of course there's a carbon diffuser here. Right? Lovely. That's the Bentley logo. Look at that. The boot opening is really wide. Alright, you can take a golf bag and just put in. This car is really wide. The part that opens up is almost as wide as a normal car. Alright, and yet it bulges out a feet more here and there. So it's not a very deep boot, but it's certainly wide opening and then a very usable, very practical boot size. And you see only the differences between a super luxury brand and a regular one. Look at the top. I do not understand why BMWs, Mercedes-Benzes, Audis, they can still leave this part bare. I just don't understand that part. It's just another piece of carpet to make it look pretty, and yet they choose to opt it out and then dare to tell people best or nothing. Nonsense. Anyway, yeah, you really need to go to Porsche, Aston Martin, Bentleys to know what is best or nothing, to be honest, in terms of interior appointments. Now, the interior is very different from the exterior, right? The combination is black and red leather. So we've seen this gloss black trim before in Bentleys. Again, I need to reiterate this. Piano black, the word piano black doesn't mean silly black plastic. Piano black is a treatment that was made on wood. So thick are the layers that you don't see the wood pattern anymore. You don't see the veneer and all that anymore. It is how pianos look. And applying that on in-car inlays makes for a beautiful surface that is very nice to touch. It's different from touching your plastics, alright? There is a very light, cooling wood feel to it when you touch them. And unlike plastics, they don't attract that much static, hence the dust. Unlike your Mercedes C-Class, or any BMWs or Audis with the gloss black plastic trim. Now again, here, the window switches are all housed in a highly polished single-piece milled aluminum enclosure, which is again different from our usual cars that uses plastic. This one also feels so good. Put your hands behind it, you see the knurl pattern, how the metal was casted. Yep, it feels really good running your fingers behind it. All right, one solid piece of milled aluminum. Here again, highly polished. Polishing these costs a lot of money. To polish them to such a high degree that they resemble mirrors as compared to simply chroming them, chroming a bunch of plastics. These are all metal, highly polished metal as well. Here, all these are really intricate processes. Now, on a Bentley or in a Bentley, even places like these, they're all wrapped in Napa leather. All right, as low as your fingers can run, even until here. This entire panel is wrapped in Napa leather. Okay, even here. So wherever you touch is that comfortable, cosseting, warm feel of Napa leather. I know the color looks like plastic. That's because plastic can be any color, leather as well. So if you spec your car in other colors, you will see all these parts. Oh, yes, just touch them. Even the insides where you're not supposed to see, they're all covered in high quality Napa leather. All right. Lovely. What a lovely cabin. Alcantara headliners. Okay, very nice. And look at the visors. I just had my visors done as well by a very experienced old uncle. Okay, now these are wrapped in leather, but I want you to look at the stitching. Can you see the stitching? It's too near. Am I too near? Oops. Yep. The stitchings are inside. It's stitched from inside, not outside. See that? So I had the same type of stitching. Not many people could do it in KL. Right? Mine was done by a 60-over-year-old uncle. Anyway, these are details of how you differentiate them, right? These Alcantara is also very nice. They have sponge in them. Okay, so it feels good to touch. Now let me explain why European cars, over the course of many years in Malaysia, you will have roof liners that sort of droop. When you buy the car, if they allow you to choose different colors of your roof liner, you can choose dark gray, you can choose light cream, white, blue, purple, whatever. It means another layer of thing has to be wrapped up, right? And to make it feel good to the touch, it will be a layer of foam with glue that sticks onto it, and then they press it out, right? Now, in our weather, humidity and all that, the foam, no matter how it is, will start to degrade. And when they degrade, the thing will start drooping. All you need to do is just to replace it and put it back up. Very simple process. But why Japanese car doesn't do it? Because they don't let you option the color of your roof. It's one single piece of composite material with a type of furry type of spray being sprayed on top. And the whole thing is a hard piece that probably screws up or clips up, and that's it. Understand? Anyway, interior. Again, it's not the first time we've seen the GT interior. Okay, the lovely screen over here that flips out, the LCD screen. Well, what am I doing? Why don't I just start it, right? Since I'm the future owner. What a lovely sound, the engine. Alright. This is one of the best and most beautiful interior in the whole universe of car making. No, I would say this is the best interior, bar none. Even if you count in the likes of whatever Porsche, Aston Martin, Rolls-Royce, or Koenigsegg or whatever, Pagani. Pagani is nice, but to balance between beautiful comfort and everything, right, I would rate this car's interior, the current generation Continental GT, to be the most beautiful, cosseting, and user-friendly, and basically the best interior of all cars. Now, of course, this color combo might not be everybody's liking, but just imagine a cream color interior with blue color inserts, right? That would be super beautiful. Or I mean, I think you know what I mean. Or cream color seats with blue piping. Okay, there are a lot of ways where you can customize your Bentley, unlimited in that sense. Right, look at the stocks. Who makes stocks that look that good? Only Bentley, only Bentley. Highly polished metal. You see the reflection of my finger on that polished surface. My God. I think Bentley spent more time polishing this stock than Toyota building a Camry. They put so much effort in all this. Look at that. I never knew my finger looked so good. Sorry for that. Shut the door. Oops. Oh, somebody handling me the seat belts. Beautiful. Even this piece, so nice. What a beautiful place to be in. And of course, you have night vision. Wow. How do I do that? I'll turn it on. Right, when you drive, you will have night vision. This is spoiler, sport. Then you rise up. So cool. Eco. Retracted. We'll go down, I suppose. The rear spoiler is between two. And look at that. How many cars do that? And there's not a screen, mind you. Beautiful dials. Right. Really nice. What a beauty. Press it again. Right. Press it again. Lovely. So now they have only two modes. Either is the screen or is the clocks. Back then they have three, I believe. I remember they have three. One is just a blank slate, which is pretty cool as well. Anyway, please look at these. Oh, so satisfying when you turn them. It is so satisfying. And this one, the aircon vents. You pull this, close them, open. Right? So nice. And close them. Oh. And here you have a pocket to put your stuff. Oh, look at how that thing retracts. Just a wonderful place to be in. Alright? Very, very nice. What a lovely, lovely interior. Just love the interior. So let me know any other interior that you think beats this. And this one is where you start the car and then you have your drive mode selector, alright? Comfort, Bentley, which is standard, and sport, which you hear a deep tone. Right. You think I'll be able to hear the exhaust? Let's try. There's a natural limiter to it. Alright, so yep, this is the Bentley Continental GT Speed. I'll first have to congratulate the owner who bought this car. Congratulations to you. You are a man of exquisite taste, or a woman of exquisite taste. Alright? Yep, congratulations to your purchase. Don't worry, they will PDI the car before they deliver it to you, wipe everything off, clean up everything. Alright, I take extra care when I go into cars like these where people have already bought. I also took out my watches. Alright, take care. Lovely car.